Alrighty, so we are starting off in the master bathroom today. I checked the perimeter of the property. There is no set of dual speed cleanouts for maintenance that is readily available. In the crawl space, there is a 3-inch ABS cleanout, but that has cracks in several locations. I noted 4 different areas of cracking with 5 different cracks in total. There was also pipe dope used to seal the cleanout there. That stuff tends to harden a little bit more than like your plumber's putty or your plumber's tape. And with those cracks, the next person who puts torque on that cap is very likely or somewhat likely to break that collar. So we're going to recommend that that be replaced. In addition, in the guest bathroom, I noticed that the lockdown bolt on the left-hand side in that bathroom was missing the washer and nut to properly hold the toilet to the floor. So we're going to recommend that they replace the washer, bolt, all that stuff. Just they could even just slap a washer and a bolt on there, just to make sure that the toilet is properly secured to the ground and not relying exclusively on the grout to keep it secured. That is not a good connection for these toilets. So we're going to go ahead, recommend those things for repair right off the bat, and then we're going to go ahead and hop in and take a look at the internal line. Alrighty, transition point noted at 65 feet. Also, there are dual sweep cleanouts at 64 feet just past the transition point. We're going to locate these, flag them, and we're going to recommend that a landscaper come out, expose these dual sweep cleanouts, and make them accessible for future access. These are super awesome and super convenient for you to have. They it looks like because they're dual sweeps, you can actually do all your maintenance from these points. You can go inside and outside and not have to worry about the crawl space. So we're going to get this flagged up. I'm going to recommend that they make it accessible just so you have it in the future. At 94 feet, we have a Schedule 40 to clay connection. Looks like here we've got the original line heading back underneath the alleyway out in the back. And so far, everything's looking pretty all right. Big thing is what happens when we come up to this tap here. And the tap is in good condition. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and turn off the water. We're going to double check the grading loss inside because we did have a bunch of standing water. I just want to make sure that that wasn't due to like severe grading loss. It might be due to, we saw waste and debris in there, might be due partly to that, or it might need maintenance. We're going to go ahead and shut off the water, pull it back, double check our work. Alrighty, so we're here at 64 feet. We're just going to go ahead and do a quick locate, drop a flag here. All that you really need to do is get a rake or something, move the wood chips aside, maybe cut some slots in the weed barrier and just make this accessible. Should take someone about 30 to 40 minutes overall to do properly. Alrighty, at that locate, a bush has completely grown over the two cleanouts. Now, the bush does not need to be removed. It would need some light pruning, plus a rake to move the wood chips to really gain access to this. So yeah, 40-45 minutes to get this all done right. Again, the bush doesn't need to come out. Just trim a couple of the branches back so that you can get in there with a rake, make those accessible, and you're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and pull back, inspect the rest of this, make sure that the internal is good to go. Alright, so the cast iron is showing signs of mild scale buildup. Nothing I'm worried about right now. There is no degradation of the line. Everything appears to be picked pretty well. Looks like most of that standing water was caused by a bunch of waste that only got half flushed through the line. That has since been pushed out. So overall, no cleanings, a couple of light repairs in the form of that clean out cap and the toilet, and making those clean out caps outside accessible. And then for future maintenance, I would recommend cleaning this line once every 1 to 3 years with a chain auger to remove any possible roots that grow in. It's also going to break down any scale buildup or grease embankments, and that's going to help with the flow of your line and just help prevent backups in the future. Cleaning is something we recommend for every line, no matter what we see. Well, just for like future maintenance. Everyone's got to take care of their line. And what we see here is actually not too bad as far as like grease and roots and other buildup. So yeah, I'd say from the date you move in, mark it on your calendar, about 3 years from now, get it cleaned. Just do that every so often to make sure you don't have a backup.